Hola Canalla, hello. We are here at Leiriacon 2024 with Asger, the creator of Hit, and he has just released the expansion Hit, Heavy Rain. So I don't know if you follow our Twitter channel. I guess you're not.
No, I got off Twitter when the pandemic started and I never got back on.
But otherwise, you would know that. So we did a popular poll, and they voted Hit as the game of the year last year.
Thank you.
Okay, so we know Heavy Rain.
Yes.
We have just played the game, and I've been humiliated.
You crashed and were in last place.
Yeah, I don't remember it well, but I think yes.
I think this was about it. Where did I finish?
You finished first.
Oh, yes.
But you cheat because you were counting cards all the time.
Counting cards and knowing the rules and having played it before.
Yeah. So there is a lot of buzz with expansion. I've seen somewhere that the next expansion is also on the way.
Yes.
Including tunnels and including grave.
We're not sure which one of these will be the next one. So we're testing many, and we're testing more than we are planning to release.
Okay.
We did the same with Heavy Rain. We test a lot so that we also talk to our fans and testers and say which one do you like the most. And of course it's spread around, but we try, because people have different tastes, and then we try to choose the ones that are best for now, and also where the enhancement in the gameplay is not too advanced, so that a more mainstream audience who ends up buying it still has a chance of enjoying the expansion. So it's not like overloading it like some expansions can sometimes be.
Yeah, so this morning there were the Leiria talks. You were also pointing this, that when you design the games you have in mind to, okay, let's give an advanced version and some, let's say, entry level.
Yes.
For those who it's the first time that they play. So is this something that you will try to keep from now on?
Of course, it depends on whether or not the game allows it. But when the game allows it, we want to try to do this. And also with a game that has been as popular as Heat has been, I think it's important that the expansions, the first, maybe even the second and the third expansion, etc., are not expansions that overload complexity. I think, as in the Heat box, it's okay that there are things in there that will not be used by some gamers, but that the more mainstream audience should have a chance of also enjoying it if they are fans of it.
I'm kind of worried about this, etc. So you say 1, 2, 3 expansions, etc. So how many expansions can we expect?
So we are working on what could potentially be 8 or so different expansions for very different types. Not all of them are like this one, but some of them are in this range. We did a lot of interviews with retailers before designing the expansion, and a lot of talk with Days of Wonder back and forth about what companies did good types of expansions for the retail shop, right?
Yeah.
And which were bad. And there's a lot about having a lot of different box sizes. It ends up being placed different places in the stores. There's a lot about it being easy to understand what's in the box for them to help explain it and sell it. So there's a lot of communication about this. And personally, I believe that right now it's been so well received by especially the gaming community. But if we have a chance to do 6, 7 or 8 expansions, that is because it also has a place in the mainstream audience.
Oh yeah.
So it needs to be where it fits in the retail shop's way of thinking about it, because once the hype dies out and it doesn't just sell instantly everywhere, which it's still more or less doing, then it will be retail shops that drive the long-term sale and growth of the game.
No, absolutely. That's true what you said. I mean, in Barcelona, in 2 weeks they ran out of boxes. It was insane. I was quite lucky to get a copy for myself. And so, just changing a little bit the topic, talking about the Congress. How come a Danish guy ends up here at the end of Europe? So,
so I've been on a really, really long trip, and it's been really, really great. So there's a convention in Nuremberg, which was at the start of February, and then 3 weeks later there was a convention in Cannes, and then 3 weeks after Cannes there's a convention here, where we are now in Leiria. And instead of me flying back and forth and doing all this, I went really slow and did some ski holidays in between, visited the girlfriend, did some other holidays in between, did some work, but doing all of them here. So I actually came here by car from Denmark, the other end of Europe. And then at the end of it, in 2 weeks, there's a convention in Denmark that I will then finish at before going back home. So it'll be 4 conventions in 9 weeks.
Yeah, that's an interesting story. It's an interesting trip. Okay, so how do you think about this convention? Did you expect something like that?
Yeah,
do you like it?
Yeah, I like it very much. I didn't know what the layout or such would be like, but I expected some 100 people being around, spread around, just playing games. It's more like back in the days for me, the classic gaming conventions, where most of the conventions I go to today are conventions with big booths from all the publishers,
business
showing the new games, selling. And here there's a small shop where people can go and browse and buy a bit, but it's not about that. It's about playing games.
So, do you think you will repeat next year?
I would like to.
If it fits.
But again, I know I will have to do Nuremberg and Cannes for business reasons. So either I'm maybe doing a big trip again, or otherwise it's also a little much doing lots of flights back and forth in such a short time span. So I would really like to. I've loved being here, and if I could do such a trip again, it would of course be amazing for me.
Just remember next time to visit Barcelona as well.
Yes.
Yeah, you have a huge community there, huge fans. I think that's all. Thank you very much, Asger. I mean,
thank you so much.
Absolutely.
Both today and Flamme Rouge yesterday was also
playing,
yes.
Both of them. So Flamme Rouge, I think, was the first game that it was an insta-buy for me. Okay. So a friend of mine, we set the game, we played, said, whoa, I need also the tension of the race, which is also, I guess, Heat is inspired by Flamme Rouge.
Of course, there's an overlap,
Yeah, so I mean, this feeling, the tension, it's something that you can explain when you are taking the rules. Let's play, and you will feel the tension of that part showing us. So both games, and I must confess, I even didn't know that Iron Curtain was one of your designs as well.
Yes.
And I have it at home.
Okay.
And I didn't know. Yes. I learned it yesterday.
Okay, wow. Do you have it here?
No, because I didn't know.
Okay.
Otherwise, I would bring it. So it's nice. If you don't know, it's a nice two-player experience. I would say it's Twilight Struggle in a small
18 cards
box.
18 cards.
In 18 cards. Yes. Okay, so maybe we can finish with a toast.
Oh yes. Perfect. Yes, perfect. Thank you so much.
And that's our leitmotif. So the publishers pays us beers, we pay wine to the designers.
Yes. And
we close the circle.
I'm from Denmark. It's close to Norway and Sweden, but better.
Yes. Are you sure? Because I really like Sweden.
Better.
Okay.
Muchas gracias para todos.
No, in Catalan. Okay. Yeah.
Muchas gracias.
Venga, canalla. Metal to the metal, I just go metal. Pagaries pasta, l'aixeta, perquè te-li tu no fins a la bufeta. Força motor, pena fetes, tots hi va per arribar a la puta meta. Una vela tenebrosa, força motor, rebufa el rival. A la futura corba infernal, aquest joc és una passada. Fuegazo, Leiriacon, tu passaràs genial. Aquest Asger sí que sap fer jocs com cal Copenhagen. Jo me rush, pedal to the metal. Hit, pedal to the metal. I just go better.